Before I get to the ranking of the coasters in that Mr. Beast video, I have to get this idea out of the way. I've ridden roller coasters in 11 states, and that number will only go up by 1 next year, so I thought it would be appropriate to do it now. With that said, it's time to get into the ranking. In last place is my first coaster from Michigan, Mad Mouse at Michigan's Adventure. This ride is just an average Wild Mouse. It has the classic sharp turns that provide pretty strong laterals and a couple jarring airtime moments. Outside of that, there's nothing special to note. In 10th place is my first coaster from South Dakota, Rushmore Mountain Coaster at Rush Mountain Adventure Park. I bet you didn't know I've ridden a roller coaster in South Dakota. This ride is just a basic mountain coaster. It has the crazy laterals and small ejector airtime pops. However, it's my least favorite of the mountain coasters I've ridden just because it is a bit of a short ride. In the 9th spot is my first coaster from Colorado, Mind Eraser at Elitch Gardens. After my most recent rides, I've had to drop it down quite a bit. Evidently, it's not as bad as Napuco or even bad at all, but it did feel rougher than my first visit. It did have the rough jolts at the tops of the inversions, but they didn't cause me too much headbanging like Napuco. Other than the roughness, this ride has great forces that make me feel like my face or feet are getting ripped off. It's just a shame that this ride felt rougher. Taking the 8th spot is my first coaster from Florida, Space Mountain at Magic Kingdom. Despite this ride's small size, it still kicks ass. I love the dark setting in the building with the small lights representing the stars. That's all the theming this ride needs. On top of that, this ride actually has great pops of forces. The pops into the brake runs all have sharp ejector airtime. There are also some decent laterals in the turns. This ride really has aged well over the past 50 years. Taking 7th place is the Legend at Arnold's Park. For a ride at an obscure park, this ride stands out to me. It's smooth even by steel coaster standards. There are good pops of floater airtime, and the laterals pin me to the side of my seat. All of the elements aside from the first drop and maybe the airtime hill going over the first drop provided some of the aforementioned forces. It really is the perfect ride for the type of park it's at. I just wish more people could get to ride it. Tying for 5th place is Spinning Dragons at Worlds of Fun and Fairly Odd Coaster at Nickelodeon Universe in the Mall of America. These rides are fun family rides that can spin enough to get me lightly dizzy. While spinning, they even provide weird versions of forces such as airtime and laterals. For family coasters, these rides can get pretty crazy. In 4th place is Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain at Indiana Beach. I love how surprising this ride was. I knew that there were plenty of laterals going in, but I did not expect to get legitimate airtime pops on this ride. I was constantly flying out of my seat, especially in the first half. This ride also happened to be longer than I expected, which I also loved. I was expecting this to be an okay roller coaster going in, but this ride really exceeded my expectations. Taking the bronze medal is Max Force at Six Flags Great America. For such a short ride, this one surely packs one hell of a punch. The launch is extremely punchy and catches me off guard every time I ride it, and the barrel roll is so smooth and whippy. The two taller elements don't really have much force, but they do complement the ride quite well. This ride was a perfect introduction for me to the coasters at this park. Taking 2nd place is Raptor at Cedar Point. Like Max Force, this ride was a perfect introduction for me to the coasters at the park it's in. This ride is filled with some of the snappiest and most forceful elements on any roller coaster I've ridden, with some elements combining the two. There were some moments that didn't do anything, but they were heavily overshadowed by the great moments. Taking the gold medal is Hades 360 at Mount Olympus. If only this ride wasn't as rough as it was. It would be a perfect wooden coaster. The pre-lift section is insane because of all of the surprising forces, especially the airtime. The underground sections are insane because they provide quick moments of airtime and laterals while in complete darkness. The island might not be that insane, but the corkscrew and overbank flow really well. The finale does let the ride's foot off the gas, but it's the finale, If there was one spot to do it, it would be in the finale. That will end it for this video. I hope you could wrap your head around this video idea. There are likely going to be more of this random type of video in the future. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.